Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Elise of Plan with Elise, and today is going to be more of a chat with me style video. So you may have seen early in the month I did a video sharing my goal planning setup because I was in need of a goal planning system and I really wanted to spend October focusing deeply on a lot of different goal areas in my life. So I set up a monthly layout for goal setting and tracking and all of that. And then I had done an additional video that was Patreon exclusive where I broke down some of the goals. So I kind of figured we are mid-month. This is being filmed on October 16th, so literally middle of the month. Where am I in terms of my goals? So I want to kind of go through them one by one and sort of talk about them with you. And then I want to talk about what I've learned in the last 2+ weeks overall when it comes to goal setting, because the video that I did where I set these pages up was done on October 1st. So it's been 15 days since the first video that I did. So the financial goal was to organize my cash envelopes and be more mindful about my spending. I did reorganize my cash envelope, so that is checked off. Mindful about my spending. I don't know that I've accomplished that. I've been, I think between like Prime Day and new releases and things like that, there have been things I've been purchasing, and I was talking through them with a friend to kind of see like, where's this spending coming from? Is something triggering it? Where are we at? And I started talking about the things I've been spending money on. So because I can see it out of the corner of my eye, I can see these cord organizers that I had gotten from Amazon and some other things that I got just looking around. I have these pillows that I added to my couch in my office just to make it, I don't know, a little more fun. When I moved into this apartment in May, I didn't buy much. I think I bought dishware, new dishware, and I can't quite remember if there was anything else, but this friend reminded me that I really just moved without buying anything. And not that you need to buy things when you move, but some of the things I've been spending money on lately are things that I needed. I hate using that word for this. Things that I wanted in order to help with some of my goals. So for example, I'm not one that's going to go buy a ton of storage items. Let me backtrack. Sorry. I don't mean to get confusing here. One of my goals on here, and we'll get to that, is to get my office finally finished organizing and set up and ready for an office tour. I'm not someone who's going to go buy a bunch of storage things and then figure out how to use them. First, I need to go through with a fine-tooth comb everything I have in terms of organizing and all of my like planner supplies and craft room supplies and office things and stuff like that. And then I might say, okay, now I think this is what I need. So that's where I was kind of at with the cord organization. One of the items in this planner that I wrote down in terms of my office, I'm just trying to find the page because I did break down my office organization, is figure out wires, literally figure out wires. And because I need all of the wires, I have a laptop, a desktop, a phone to charge, an iPad to charge. My desk is electronic because it is a standing desk. I have printer cables, a light, 2 lamps, a lot of cords, ring lights. We've got a lot of cord situations happening. Figure out wires ended up being solved by getting these cord solution organizer things, which I'll share with you once I do a whole tour. I did share them on Instagram last week. But anyway, I think I'm talking a lot about the organizing part and not as much about the mindful spending. So looking back at this goal of mindful spending and realizing that I don't regret the purchases I've made, but I have been feeling like I've been spending money lately, maybe more so than I want to, tells me what the next 2 weeks look like, right? This isn't I failed at this goal or I succeeded at this goal video. This is, we're halfway through the month. Let's check in and see where things are at. So in terms of financial, just to recap, because that was a long explanation, I did get my cash envelopes reorganized, and I have, I know where my focus needs to be when it comes to mindful spending. The next goal was my apartment. So there were 2 items in my apartment, or the next category was my apartment. Number 1 is get my office ready for a tour. I think we are there. I think we're finally there. I got through so much. I've really been focusing on office organization over the last couple of weeks. I'm trying to find that page again that I just had. So things that I worked on, I organized my sticker books. I emptied a basket that was on my desk. Shop for throw pillows, done. There's 2 of them, one on the other side. Figure out wires, done. Organize planners, empty corner. I had a corner that I wanted to empty. Literally, like when it comes to goal setting for me, I need to break it down because organize my office is a little overwhelming. What area of my office? I have 2 desks, I have 2 bookshelves, I have a big closet, I have this, that, you know, organized office can be overwhelming, but when you break it down into little steps, it helps you know, today I'm going to empty this basket. That's it. Just empty this basket and it's so much easier to focus on. Hudson cart. So I had a wide cart from Michael's that when I moved into this apartment, I just put in my closet and just started stacking things. And I just had to reorganize it, which was done. And drawers. I had 2 large, maybe wider than this, plastic storage bins. I feel like I may have gotten in college. You know, those like just drawers that you just stuff in. I have been putting items in there since I first started decorative planning. So when I went and dug through the back of those drawers, I found colored Papermate Flair pens, which I haven't used probably in 4 years, and just a lot of stuff. And so I was actually able to get rid of most of what was in those drawers or find homes for other things that were in them. And they were actually just next to my couch. They were on my floor. It was such an eyesore in here. So that was a really big one. But I feel really good about where I'm at in terms of my office organization. And I think we're ready to do a tour. It's going to come in November. It's not going to happen in October just because of the space on my channel right now and what's coming up. But I think we're ready in November for a tour. The one thing too that I wanted to note is I've had these big frames that I bought at Michael's in my apartment for several months. I got them pretty quickly after I moved. And my plan was to put a big gallery wall back here behind my couch. And I just don't know what I want to put in them. Originally, I wanted to put photos, then I wanted to put quotes, then just a combination of things. And I don't think that everything in here is ever going to be perfect, but it's going to be perfect for me. And so I think that I'm going to return the frames and not focus on this wall part because there's a lot of other decoration in my office. And I use air quotes for that because this is a bookshelf, right? It's not technically decoration, but when you look at it, because of the nature of the type of planning and decorative planning I do, we have a lot of decorative looking things here. So do I really need a big wall filled with decor just so that it looks good for photos or videos? I don't think so. Is it going to add joy to my day? Maybe a little bit, but when I'm working, my chair goes over there and my back will face this couch and this wall. So it's not like it's something I'm going to look at throughout my entire day. So it's something I took off the list because for now, if I want to do a tour of my office and just kind of get it in order because I spend so much time here between both of my jobs, the gallery wall is going to be off the list. So sometimes when you're looking at your goals, I think that there is time to take things away when it's just that one thing that's preventing you from never being able to get it done. And for me, that's the wall. That's the final piece that I can't even think about yet. I just don't have the room for that right now. Okay, business, Etsy shop update. We are getting there. So I haven't like officially shared this because I just haven't had any room in terms of videos, but I have a big exciting launch in my Etsy shop right now. It's already live actually. So I'm gonna try to share this even though I think we might be backwards. I have 2 sets of savings challenges for 2023. So I'm just we'll pull it up here a little bit. So we have an envelope or a savings tracker for every month of next year. So there are 12 savings trackers. These fit in this Happy Planner Skinny Classic envelopes. And then I have another set that is a little bit smaller. And these fit in my binders that you probably see on Instagram. So these fit perfectly in here. And there's 12 trackers plus 2 bonus ones. So the idea is that you'll color something in each time you have set aside money to save, or if you don't want to use cash, of course, you could just transfer it from one bank account into savings. But there's one for each month of the year, and then the 2 bonus ones. One of them has birthday gifts. So for example, I have July right here, and July right now are popsicles. My birthday's in July. So if I don't want to use the popsicles, I can use the birthday gifts for that month, or you could use it for any birthday in your family. And then the second one is for December. I have 2 options for December. I have mittens for those who don't want to do a Christmas theme. For example, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I also have one with trees. So I'm really excited about this. They are printable like everything else, but it is one PDF file that you'd purchase in a bundle, and you'll get to download all 14 trackers. So that's something that I'm really excited about, and I feel like was a big thing off my list that I wanted to get done. So in terms of business, we are checked off. There are still other things that I'm focusing on for launching next month, and I've been doing those in the background, but this is one big project. So it's not finished in terms of everything that's ever going to come to my Etsy shop is up there now, but this was a big project because it's 14 designs basically. Even though it's just 2 separate listings, they each have 14 designs that all need to be sized appropriately and everything like that, and printed and tested and cut and etc. So I'm really happy to have that finished. Next up is social plans with friends 2 times. So I've spent time with one friend twice in October, and then I have plans for 2 more gatherings. So I wasn't sure when I was like plans with friends 2 times, is it 2 separate friends? Could it be one friend twice? So I think that we're good because I know that I've already had 2 plans and I have 2 more, and like 4 in a month I think is pretty good given everyone's busy schedules. It's not like I'm so busy, but everyone's lives, things need to line up nicely in order for these plans to happen. So they're not all like grandiose, massive nights out. One was a dinner with a friend, and then I spent some time with she and her mom and mother-in-law the other day in preparation of a baby shower and had breakfast. Another plan is a pedicure, and another one is just hanging out at one of their houses for a couple of hours. So it's not, again, these big plans that require a lot of money or things like that. It's just spending time together because we all want to, and sometimes we have to just make the plan. Literally not, I'd love to see you, we have to make a plan. No, like, let's make a plan right now. Look at your calendar, I'm looking at mine. Let's make a plan. Personal development, journaling, which I've been doing almost every day, and when I miss it, I back journal. So for example, yesterday I was gone all day. I didn't have time to journal. When I got home and like took off my heels and my makeup and all of that, the last thing I wanted to do was sit and write in my journal. But this morning I went through and back journaled. So I'm really enjoying using a vertical for journaling. It's giving me just a little bit of space to write about my day without feeling too overwhelming, because I don't have a ton to write about. It's the perfect amount of space for me right now in this season of my life. The next one is read 8 books. I have read 6, and I have 1 in progress on my Kindle and 1 in progress as an audiobook. So I'm excited about the books because I'm almost there. 2 more, and then we have reached my goal of 8 books. Dating, daily app time. So feels so awkward talking about on YouTube, but if I'm talking about my goals in my life, this happens to just be a part of it. So we're just going to go there. But it's a matter of the daily app time is spending time engaging on dating apps to find a match is really what it's about. And then the second, and I've been doing that most days. One day I took a break because I needed it, but I've been doing it most days. And then the other final goal for the month is to go on 1 date. It hasn't happened yet. I'm hopeful that it will. And I feel like that's something that I think that's something that will happen. So overall, I want to talk a little bit about how I feel about goal setting, what I've learned using this system, and we're going to summarize this a little bit because I know I've been kind of all over the place. So I first want to talk about systems. As I said, I have set up a monthly layout in terms of goal setting and just defining what those goals are. And then I used, this is actually a recipe page for office organization to kind of map this all out. So I was really determined to use a lot of what I had. And then I came across this habit calendar from Clever Fox. I do have a video up on this from last week as well if you're interested in learning more. But this has been really good for me because everything that I wrote down, oh, I forgot to talk about something. I'll get back to there. Everything that I wrote down is goal related, so I can really look at this each day and know what I need to do every day to stay on track with my goals when it comes to the habit tracking, for example, journaling, reading, 15-minute pickup, dating app, cleaning, tracking expenses, clearing off my desk so the mounds of planner supplies don't pile up, putting my phone down at 9, morning and nighttime routine. This is super affordable. It's 24 months and undated, so you could use it at any time. Code Elise VIP will give you a discount. It'll be linked below. But having these two together has been really, really helpful because when I'm looking at my planner each day, I don't have the type of life where there's so many things already on my schedule each day and it's just a matter of when I'm doing them. I'm pretty full from the hours of 9 to 5 where I work my full-time job, but what I do at the time outside of the 9 to 5 is completely up to me. So whether I spend that time reading, filming a video, spending time with friends, looking on a dating app, going to one of my niece or nephew's sports games, something like that, that time is up to me. So when I'm looking at a blank planner each day, mostly I get to decide what I want to do with that. I mean, do I have to pay a bill? Yes. Sometimes do I have to take out the garbage? Absolutely. And do I put those things in my planner? I do, because you need the reminder sometimes, or I need the reminder. But with the rest of the day, or the rest of the available time outside of my working hours, it's up to me to fill. Could I spend that time relaxing and watching Gilmore Girls? Like, I've been on a Gilmore Girls thing lately. I've never seen it before, so this is my first round. But could I spend time doing that? Yeah. Do I do that sometimes? Absolutely. Today's Sunday. I filmed this morning. I went food shopping, and I've been on my couch, not this couch, another couch, for the last couple of hours watching TV before doing this video. So I do schedule rest into my day, but for the times where I'm feeling productive and I'm ready and I'm like, if I do this one thing, it'll get me closer to my goal. But what's the one thing? Boom and boom. I look at my planners kind of as my North Star guide as to what can I do today to make tomorrow a little bit easier? What can I do today? One little thing that'll get me a little closer to my goal. And that brings me to the piece that I forgot to mention. One of my goals in terms of my apartment and keeping it in order and tidy and clean was a weekly cleaning schedule. This doesn't have to be a fancy cleaning schedule. So this is what I did. I just took a half sheet of paper and literally wrote Monday, bedroom, Tuesday, bathroom, Wednesday, kitchen, Thursday, office, Friday, living room, Saturday, bathroom, Sunday, kitchen. So all I need to do when I open my planner each day is flip to this page, and then I know what is going to be cleaned. That was a goal, and it took me 90 seconds to write these down, maybe. And that's where I think that sometimes we maybe get overwhelmed by goal setting because we think it has to be this monumental thing that we achieve in our lives, and it doesn't. Sometimes it's make a schedule for cleaning so that I don't have to think about it. And that's something I learned about from The Lazy Genius, the book The Lazy Genius Way by Kendra Adachi, is making it easier on yourself rather than thinking what needs to be done. It's in my planner already. So if I stick to that schedule, the next time I clean my kitchen, which will be this afternoon, it's going to be easier because I just cleaned it a couple of days ago. Now, of course, this schedule might vary depending on the size of your home and the space in your home. My office is a second bedroom, so if you have other bedrooms in your home, that'll be included there. So maybe one day is all the bedrooms, another day is a second 2 bathrooms. Of course, it all, again, depends on what your home looks like and what areas of your home you may be responsible for if you're looking to incorporate. So it's kind of just like a chore list for myself that has been helpful. So I think that I want to finish this up talking a little bit about what I've learned when it comes to the goals. I think that I was pretty mindful this month about not putting more on my plate than I could do. So August, for example, for me was a crazy month. I had more Plan with Elise work than I've had in a really long time. Plus, I was away for a week of vacation with my family, so I had one less week to get it all done in. And my job, it wasn't necessary. When I take time off of my full-time job, it's not just like, well, I'm out, good luck for a week. I don't get disturbed, but I have a lot of work I need to do ahead of going away to prepare for it. And of course, when I get back, there's a ton of work waiting for me, as with so many jobs. So when it comes to goal setting, it's important to think about what you have coming up in the month or the space that you're setting, whether it's a 3-month goal or even a 1-week goal or a today goal. It comes down to, when I'm writing in my planner each day, what do I have time for? If I'm going to be working the hours of 9 to 5, how much time do I have outside of those blocks? And I kind of just did this with my hand because I really think about it in before work, when I take a lunch break, and after work. So on a night where I have a Patreon Zoom, that's going to be 1 hour less to work on a goal. So I'm usually going to lighten the load in terms of what I put in my planner that day. And the same thing needs to come with goal setting. Has it kept me productive and busy most days? Absolutely. Has it lessened my anxiety because I feel at peace in my office? Again, I spend so much time in here between both jobs. Today is Sunday and I'm sitting in here, and I was in here most of the morning, even though I'm going to be back in here tomorrow for work because I work from home. So it's brought me more peace and lessened my anxiety because I know what I'm going to be doing when. I know that my space is organized. I know that my kitchen will be cleaned later and give me a nice fresh start for tomorrow. What else? I know that I am on track to hopefully finding someone to spend my life with in terms of the dating. My business is growing, and I'm excited to bring new trackers to help you save and set financial goals for 2023. Personal development, journaling has been really great for me. And reading 8 books, I am on track to reach 100 by the end of the year by doing 8 this month. So that's going to be a different goal next year. I don't know that I'm going to set a goal of reading 100 books because it's been a lot. And financial is, again, something that I really need to focus on. So when I'm looking ahead at the next 2 weeks, my focuses are keeping my cleaning schedule, staying on track with everything I've already made progress on, reading the final 2 books, committing to the plans with the friends that I've made, and being much more mindful about my spending as a top priority. Those are the things that I know now, today, moving forward, are what we are going to focus on. So I hope this video made sense to you. I hope it wasn't too rambly, but rambly. I don't know if rambly is a word, but it's really just been on my mind because I'm very focused on getting things in order now with a new season, post summer, and with just a couple of months left of the year, 2.5 months left of the year. So really finishing off on in a strong way, in a way that I am happy about, and heading into a new season with some focus and some vision. And like I said, this planner is really feeling like my North Star. So I hope you enjoyed this video. A couple of reminders. I'll link all of this stuff that I talked about. Maybe I'll link this video in the description. The recipe page that I made into a goal tracking page was a Patreon exclusive video. Also the Clever Fox habit calendar, and of course my trackers that I'm so excited about. And if you are interested in trying a savings challenge for next year, this is a really great way to do it. And again, code YouTube will give you a discount. So thank you so much for watching and spending some time with me today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a future video. And I will see you next time.